Hello, this is the video tutorial for balancing chemical equations. I'm going to start by going through some steps, and then I'll show you a couple of examples of me solving this puzzle. Okay, first thing you need to do is write down how many of each element you have. On your assignment, you're going to see a table that looks like this. It's not going to have the elements filled in for all of them. It's not going to have the starting number of each for all of them. I did help you out a little on the first one. So you need to figure out what elements do I have here. In this one, I can see there is Pb, which is class, lead, and O, oxygen. So I put those two elements down here. Whatever I have on this side, I need to have the same amount on this side. That is the law of conservation of mass. Whatever goes into the reaction is coming out of the reaction. We cannot create nor destroy matter. So whatever we put in also has to come out on the other side. So here, I've got PbO, and to start I have just one here, and I have two. Notice the little two there. So I put one down here, two down there, and on the other side I did the same. I just counted how many I've got. If these numbers match up, it's already balanced. Congratulations, you're done. If not, which I can see that the lead matches up, but the oxygen does not, I need to do some balancing. So the second step for this assignment, take that equation at the top and put that at the bottom. Just copy and paste it. That's the easiest way. That's going to help you with the next step. So copy and paste that chemical equation from the top to the bottom. Third thing, you're going to start doing some guess and check. Plug some numbers in front of each term or group of elements that are together and multiply that group by whatever number you put in front of it. That's going to give you your finishing number. That's how many you'll have. So here I started by just trying to put a 2 in front of the PbO2, in front of the lead oxide. So I put a 2 here, which means I need to multiply all of these by 2, which you can see I did right here. So I started with one lead. After I put this blue 2 in the front, I need to multiply the lead by 2. So 1 times 2 gives me 2 to finish. Oxygen, I had 2. I'm multiplying this whole term by 2. So just like in math, you're going to multiply the first part by 2 and the second part by 2. So you're going to distribute that. 2 times 2 is 4. So now, if I just have it like this, I would have 2 lead going in and 1 coming out on this side. That doesn't really make sense. And let me fix this. It keeps hiding my mouse. I don't want to hide it. Okay, great. Thank you. Sorry for the interruption. So 2 and 1 are not balanced because I haven't done anything to this number, so it's going to stay how it started. 2 and 1, that doesn't match up. After I do the multiplication, I have 4 oxygen and 3 oxygen on the product side. That also doesn't match up. I've still got work to do. So I'm just going to keep changing and plugging in numbers in front of these terms until I get it to the point where at the finish, the numbers are the same on the product side and the reactant side. And that's the next step, is keep trying different numbers. The next thing I tried was a 2 on this side. When I put the 2 in front of the PbO, and I have a 2 already on this side in front of the PbO2, when I do the multiplication, it works out. It's balanced. The reason why that works is because when I put a 2 in front of the PbO, it multiplies 2 times 1 Pb gives me 2 Pb. 2 times 1 oxygen gives me 2 oxygen. I don't multiply this at all because there's no number in front of it. This plus sign, it divides the two terms. So I wouldn't multiply a 2 over here because there's no 2 in front of this term. So that's why I did the math like this. I have 1 oxygen, which I multiplied by 2, and I'm just going to add it with these other 2 that I already have over here. That gives me 4, which is the same as the reactant side, because 2 times 2 is 4. And over with the lead, I've got 1 times 2, because there's only 1 lead here, and I'm putting in a 2, so multiply that by 2. And that matches the other side. So all of a sudden it's balanced. I'm done. I'm going to write this down. 2 PbO, or 2 lead oxide, 2 lead oxide plus just O2. Okay, and let's do another example. I'm going to walk you through my thought process as I do the second one. All right, go up to number 2 here. Okay, Al plus HCl reacting into AlCl3 plus H2. So first thing I need to do, what do I have of each? I have AlIC, aluminum, hydrogen here, and I've got chlorine. So those are the elements I have. I tried to give you enough rows for all of these so you don't have to make any rows, but I may have made a mistake, so watch for that. It's not for sure. How many do I have on the reactant side? I have 1 aluminum. Looks like I have 1 hydrogen and 1 chlorine. On the other side, I've got 1 aluminum. I see that I have 2 hydrogen and 3 chlorine. So are they balanced? No, they are not. So I've got some work to do. So first, let me copy and paste this down here so I can start messing with it. Okay, so I see that I have 3 chlorine. I all of a sudden know I need to do something about that because I can't take away anything. I can add on this side. So let's start by, and I'm going to put this in a different color so you can see what I'm altering. I suggest you do the same. A 2. So if I put a 2 in front of the HCl, that means I need to multiply both of these by 2. So let's check this out. Times 2. Times 2. That's going to give me 1, 2, and 2. Okay, awesome. My hydrogen are balanced. Oh no, my chlorine are still not balanced. I've got more work to do. So I know that 2 and 3 don't really go into each other, but if I multiply 2 times 3, you know what? I'm just walking you through my thought process here. What if I tried a 3 right here? So let's change these both to a 3. We will redo the math. I now have 3 hydrogen and 3 chlorine. Hey, my chlorine are balanced, but my hydrogen are not. So I have to keep doing some more work. There's a lot of guess and check here. Let me think. What if I put 2 on this side? Let me change it to red. 2 on this side. So that's AlCl3. So I got to times the Al times 2 and Bl times 2. That's going to give me 6 aluminum. Oh, sorry, 6 chlorine and 2 aluminum. So that means I need to add 2 over here, right? Because all of a sudden I realize I have 1 aluminum on this side and 2 on that side. So let me throw a 2 in there. That lets me multiply this by 2. 2, I am so close. Almost done with this puzzle. Okay, so I have 3 here, 6 on that side. So I might need to multiply this by a different number. So I had 1 to start, and if I want to get 6, I'm going to have to multiply this whole thing by 6. So I just changed that to 6, which means I also need to do some new math. All right, so 1 times 6 gives me 6 hydrogen. 1 times 6 for chlorine gives me 6 chlorine. Okay, the chlorine are matched up. The aluminum is matched up. I'm so close. I just need to get the hydrogen to match up now. And I see that there are 2 hydrogen right here. So why don't I add, a 3 in front of this hydrogen, because I know 3 times 2 gives me 6. So times 3 gives me 6. Okay. Looks good. I'm done. I've balanced the equation. So it does take some time. It's kind of like doing a puzzle. You got to try some things. You got to think critically about it. So I don't imagine that anybody's going to zip through these. They do take some thought. The more you do this, the better you're going to get at it. By the last one, you're going to be doing these a lot quicker than the beginning. Okay, so that's it for the balancing chemical equations video tutorial. I will